This is Jimmy Burns from Malvern, Ohio, and you're listening to Barbecue Central.
Happy to have you aboard here for the Really Big Barbecue Show.
Boing. We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hello.
Hit me.
Fine, how you doing?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Hello.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead, and he's in the crackle.
Hello.
Charbono! It's all about the charbono, dude!
Hello.
Succulent fish. What?
Hello.
He ate 2 feet or wiener.
Hello.
Oh, listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seed.
Hello.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are into the second hour. It is the Barbecue Central Show. This is the show that talks about all things that are important in the world of barbecue and grilling.
Boing.
The show is originating from
Palm City, USA, Cleveland.
Still to come on this show this evening, Steve Ray, former Tennessee embedded correspondent of the Barbecue Central Show, joins us to recap a Major League Eating event. I'm saying Major League Eating like I know that it was an officially sanctioned event. I don't know that. Steve was at a competitive eating event that featured some of the most prolific eaters in the world, namely Joey Jaws Chestnut. That's right, my friend, not yours. We say good evening to those of you watching tonight through one of our video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show, or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show. We have a YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody. Would you rather have deep dish or thin crust pizza? And currently 62% of you are saying that you would rather have thin crust pizza, and that is the right answer. By the way, I think I blew right over it as we led the show, which was the results of last week's poll question, which, if you remember, was, would you rather have long nose hair or long ear hair? And 60% of you said that you would rather have long ear hair, which also is the correct answer. I think everybody in the first hour said they would rather have long nose hair. Malcolm Reed definitely said long nose hair. I believe Quentin Posey also said that he would rather have long nose hair. I mean, what's the matter with you people? I'm not talking about you have a mustache and like that kind. I'm talking about long freaking nose hair, bro. You want that look instead of long ear hair? How you could possibly position at least one side of your head to not be seen with your long ear hair? Like, you can't get around. It doesn't matter how you're standing unless you aren't looking at anybody. But if you are standing somehow face to face or profile to face or something, one side of nose, both sides of the nose are going to showcase long nose hair, and nobody wants to see that. Right, Austin? Get that weak stuff out of here. By the way, shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers for winning 2 in a row, and they're still in the playoffs. We were in the corporate suite last night at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, where, yes, I did drop another $1,200 on suck-ass food.
Get that weak stuff out of here.
But there were customers that wanted it. And Ken Taylor's happy to reimburse me, and I get the points for it on my credit card. Everybody's a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less this coming Friday, episode 433, taking you back to August 30th, 2022, and what will now be part 3 of 4. John, of course, putting together a 4-part series at the recommendation of Braden, I believe, fan of show Braden, who wanted to hear a 4-part series where Johnny Maggs, who happens to be in the chat, and Mr. J, who we just happened to have during the first segment of the show, went head-to-head in a burger cook-off. So here, part 3, and then we will have the coup de grace a week from this coming Friday. Don't forget you can subscribe to the show by visiting thebbqcentralshow.com/subscribe. You can also subscribe to the Best Moment Show at the same website. You get both for the one visit and sub. Don't forget, if you would like to hear a guest or segment again that you feel has been lost in the archives, email John and let him know what you would like to hear. John, of course, spelled Jon. That's John, Jon, at the BBQcentralshow.com. And as we mentioned last week, the Famous Dave's All-Star Barbecue Series is back and better than ever. There have been 2 events that have already taken place. They both happened last month. In April 18th was at Indianapolis, Indiana, and April 25th was Rancho Cucamonga, California. The next round of Famous Dave's All-Star Barbecue Series events take place this coming week. Yes, this coming Saturday, May 16th. At Union Gap, Washington. And then on May 30th, so a week in between those, you will find a Famous Dave's All-Star Barbecue Series back in Sin City, baby. That's right, Las Vegas, Nevada. So Union Gap, Washington this coming weekend, and then a week off, and then the week after that on May 30th, Las Vegas, Nevada. For more events this season, please check out famousdaves.com/All-Star BBQ Series. Well, I don't have to wait until next week. I can just go ahead and show it to you right now because I got 3 minutes before we get to Steve Ray. This was a opening show of rule number 3 of the show, which is if it's free, it's me. Of course, we have the new Anova. What does it look like here? This is what it looks like here. It kind of looks like a hand blender, but I suppose I could go on Amazon and get Anova branded water tanks of all varying sizes, also weights and stuff. But this is going to hang off on the side of a water tank, and then it's going to suck the water in and heat it up to whatever degree I have it set right there, right at the top. Sure, it connects to some kind of app. Everything does these days. Everything is smart. And then we also thank the ThermoWorks for giving me a new ThermoPen. I have the heater on to the left of me here. And we have warmed up 1 degree since we started the show. Now a balmy 68 degrees here in the basement of Cleveland, Ohio. Which brings me to my last one. And if tracking is any indicator, you can see it right here, heygrillhey.com. And let's see what we got. So great packaging, always on brand, of course. Backyard Barbecue Hero sticker. I will never use that. And we got, of course, a Hey Grill Hey sticker. That one's a little bit bigger. I'll at least put that over here. We got some nice wrapping. Always on brand. And here it is, the Susie Bullock Backyard Barbecue Hero book. I don't want to sit here and take credit for this book coming to fruition, but I am going to take credit for this. I sat on a multi-millionaire's poolside estate in American Fork, Utah, I believe, or maybe it's just called Fork, Utah, or maybe just America, Utah. I feel like it's American Fork. And I was talking with Todd and Susie, and I said, Susie, why have you never written a book? You got a bunch of these blogger broads running around here that somehow got invited to the ThermoWorks event, and they're talking about their self-publishing and how much money they're making. You're way more of a talent than these ladies jumping around here. Why don't you have this book? She said, well, I mean, I've kind of got most of it, but then we got to get it to the editor, and then we got to get it here, and then we got to get it there. I said, Susie, I'm holding you to task. Next time you're on the show, I'm going to make fun of you. Every time you're on the show, every quarter from here on out, I'm going to make fun of you for not having a book done yet. And so with my, look at these pictures, great pictures, full of pictures. You got the like the running tab right here of different colors. So, green is pork, and this color is poultry, and then you have a blue for fish and lamb. Look at this picture here. This is grilled ahi tuna steaks. There's a hard sear on the outside, but nice and rare in the middle. That's exactly the way I like it. Side dishes. So this is fun, right? You got the different color tabs. Can you see that? Not really. But let's turn the page. Yeah, well, you get the idea, right? There's different color tabs. Oh, look what I did. I fanned it out a little bit. Fanned it out. You can see the tabs running right there. Boom. Nothing better than the smell of a brand new book. And if you read on the back, I won't show it to you because I got to read it. I'm so happy I encouraged Susie to finish this book and get it over the goal line. Hey Grill Hey is a great brand, and now they have a book to add to it. Can't wait to see Backyard Barbecue Hero come to fruition. Greg Rempe, Barbecue Central Show host. So if you buy it, see, I just read it. It's all right there. You're welcome, Susie. You're published. I did it for you. I held you to task. Part of me wants to bring this up, but I'm just not gonna. It has nothing to do with the book, by the way. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna go back and listen tomorrow. David Ewell says he's pretty okay with any kind of pizza. I don't disagree, right? Steve Ray is ready to go. So stick around, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
All right, we're back. If you're interested in the Susie Bullock book, also I have a Meathead book here, the Meathead Method, which is his book number 2. If you want one of those and you want me to autograph it, just email me. I'll send it to you. I'm always here for promotion. My guest in the second hour is a Barbecue Central Show's guest Hall of Famer. He owns Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply and the historic Steve Ray's Midnight Oil in Ottawa, Tennessee, or Ooltewah, Tennessee, depending on how you say it and what kind of mood you're in. Steve Ray joining us here on the show. Steve, I don't know if you remember this or not, or if you heard of this, but did you know that I am officially a lord? Lord Greg Rempe of Blairdom. Did you know I was a lord?
I didn't know that.
This piece of paper.
Malcolm Reed's a colonel.
Yes, he is a colonel. But I am a landowner in Scotland. This piece of paper says as much. And people technically have to refer to me as Lord and my wife
is that
as
the one where you got
lady.
1 square inch of property?
1 square foot of property where they also planted a tree so I can help contribute to the world's oxygen manufacturing.
Magenta. That's the color of Susie's chicken set.
That's right. I was thinking
Magenta.
chartreuse, but I believe it is more magenta. So, Steve, great to have you back on the show. Before we get into smoked or barbecued bologna and the tons that we're eating, we have a YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody, including all guests. Steve, would you rather have deep dish pizza or thin crust pizza?
Thin crust Neapolitan on the wood-fired pizza oven. Love it.
Specific. 66% of the YouTube voting public is agreeing with me and agreeing with Steve Ray. Thin is the only way
Thin is
to
in.
go. Thin is in, no doubt.
Thin is in.
All right. So as a media observer, Steve, you watched Joey Jaws Chestnut blow away a field as they were eating smoked bologna, which, there's all
With
kinds
barbecue
of
sauce.
with barbecue sauce. All right. There's all kinds of competition eating events that are happening every year. I don't know if a large portion of my fan base knows all of the eating events, but if you go to a website like Major League Eating, it gives you all the events that are coming up. It gives you results of past events and finishes. And while the mind boggles at the veritable cornucopia of eating and weights that these people are putting down in certain time frames, this one made a stop in, was it Knoxville, Tennessee?
Yeah, Knoxville.
Yes, all right. How do you become aware, become a part, and ultimately become media coverage?
Well, I started watching it when Joey got banned from Nathan's.
A couple years
ago?
Yes, of course.
I was just watching TV and I thought,
it's crazy.
Well, why did he get banned? And I looked it up, and because I had George Shea scheduled, and I was more interested in George Shea, who is the owner of MLE, Major League Eating.
Him and his brother.
Because he's such a great howler. He's such a great promoter. I was more interested in that aspect of it. As I dug into it, you're reading these guys' bios online and whatever. A very interesting group of people. And it's just something that consumed me. I had to talk to these guys. And I have. And it's been a great tale of tales with them, keeping up with them. And finally, I got to one close enough that I could go to. That was in Knoxville for the Ultimate Bologna Eating Championship, sponsored by Dead End Barbecue and Elm Hill Meats.
So Dead End
Georgia.
is like, hey, I want to put on was this like a sanctioned Major League Eating event?
Yeah. Oh, it was huge. Big time.
All right.
Big time.
So this guy
Greg, this was as big. The whole situation was as big as Nathan's. They don't get that many people. They had 3,000 people there.
Wow.
But it was as professional, maybe even a little bit more professional as far as the way they treated the entrance than Nathan's. It was the stage, big screens. It was live in Knoxville. They had Rich Shea doing the play-by-play with the Knoxville sports guy. Rich Shea is George Shea's brother, who also does it on ESPN on July 4th. I mean, it was big time. It was huge and big time.
So the guy at Dead End says, I want to put on a Major League Eating event, probably gets in or ties with Major League Eating to figure out how you do this. They put it all together. When are you looped in to be a part of this or to cover it?
How did I loop in?
Yeah.
Well, I just read about it, and then I went up to Knoxville Friday when Joey was doing his meet and greet that he does at noon before the contest. And in the meanwhile, I talked to Pat Bertoletti, Nick Weary, got to know those guys a little bit. So I had kind of an in, dropped a few names, come on in. And I mean, it's a very welcoming community. But then I met George, the guy that owns Dead End Barbecue, dropped a few names, Mike Davis being one of them from a lot of Bull Barbecue. And he's friends with Mike. And when they get to hear you talking, saying, hey, these guys know the same guys I know. George is a former competitor in KCBS. One thing led to another, and all of a sudden you're in.
Did he mention me by chance?
Who?
Me. Damn. Always think I'm more important. All right, so I So I figured, because I know Steve Ray to have a show that does feature the most elite competitive eaters of the day, and that George at Dead End would be like, hey, I happen to have a guy that's a stone throws away. Let me give him a call. Let me loop him in advance. Let him know, hey, we'd love to have you up. Maybe you could cover it, do whatever. But you just read about it and decided to saunter up there and see if you could get in, do a little Steve Ray charm, and all of a sudden it works like hotcakes.
Just drove right on up.
Yes.
I don't know if maybe Nick gave him a heads up that I was going to be there. I hope he did. Nick Weary, the number 6 ranked eater in the world. Maybe he called. Maybe Pat called. Pat Bertoletti, the number 2 ranked barbecue eater eater in the world. But man, it was. They gave me full access. I got to go to the locker room before the contest and listen to them read how we're going to get you up there and all that kind of stuff. And met them. Hung out with them before when they were introduced. Hung out with them afterwards. But everybody afterwards, if you wanted to meet these guys, anybody could have gone back there. They're very open. There was a big line to talk to Joey. That's the problem with talking to Joey. You're gonna get in line, and I got no problem with that. I waited my turn Friday. Waited patiently. After 25 people went up there, I did my thing with him. And but they're so nice. They're very, very, very welcoming. I don't know if you watched any of those clips I sent you. He's into it. When you're interviewing him, he's very serious, and he'll tell you. I mean, he'll tell you how he gets ready. He was cleansing. He said at that moment he was cleansing. Wasn't going to eat anything the rest of the night. Maybe just a tad bit of coffee the next morning, and getting ready for this thing. Showed how to do it, and then to 180 degrees different. Pat Bertoletti blows into town Friday night at 11:30. He spent all day at Dollywood, so he doesn't get to the motel till 11:30. He's got to be
cleansing.
No, probably not at Dollywood. He's probably cleansing with hot dogs.
Yeah,
and he came in 4th, and he's better than that. So I don't know if he maybe just. All right, so set the stage of the day. You come in. This takes place on Saturday, then the main event. Mm-hmm. All right, so give me the roll up of the day, and then set the stage specifically on the eating event and how it's laid out and how they are attacking the barbecued bologna with barbecue sauce. They set up at the UT University of Tennessee intramural fields where the students play intramurals. Huge stage, 12 eaters, 12 spaces. It looks just like Nathan's. Just like Nathan's stage.
Wow.
On each side of the stage, there's big screens. We got there at 10:30. We threw our blanket down there to make sure, hey, this is our spot. And we kind of, claimed our spot, which turned out not to be anything because everybody came in. You had to pick up your stuff anyway. And at 11 o'clock, I went down to the locker room. The guy that works for Dead End Barbecue said that they're all going to be there at 11. I walked down to the locker room. I met Pat in person, met Nick Weary in person, met some of the other guys, met James Webb, the other guy with the long hair and the top hat. He's a cool guy.
Is Eater X there?
Eater X?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Janis, I believe his name is.
No, I don't know. I don't think he was.
Maybe he doesn't eat anymore.
Maybe not. There's a bunch of them. I mean, there's a bunch of big guys there, though.
How many total eaters?
How many contestants?
Yeah.
12.
Wow.
And then, a couple of the guys, one girl's there, she ate 1.5 pounds. One guy ate 2.5 pounds in 8 minutes. I mean, they weren't, they're just, they're like number 36, 37, 38 in a NASCAR race. They're not going to win. They're just there to, if everybody else wrecks, if Joey, I can't breathe, he goes down and everybody else follows him to help him, maybe they sit there and keep eating. But that'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
According to Joey, that could never happen because he has trained his throat to the point where he would never choke.
Yeah, and he's got those strong jaws too. He does those jaw exercises
jaws,
too.
Yeah. He's got that overbite.
But anyway, I went back and my sister and her husband were there. I talked them into coming. I went back and talked to them, and then they had some entertainment, different school groups. It's very family oriented, very, very family friendly, family oriented thing. And then they introduced the participants. George Shea, who, if you've ever seen, he's the world's greatest, and introduced everybody. And George, the guy that owns Dead End Barbecue, came up, said a few words, and then they had to count down, and boom, they're off at 1 o'clock. And the next 8 minutes was just total mayhem.
So what's it look like from a? Did you send me a clip of the actual contest?
Yeah, I think I sent you. Yeah,
I got
think I
did. I got the smoked bologna.
Final minute.
Let me see.
Did I send you that one? Final. I think I did. Final minute of the contest.
Oh, I only have. Let me see if this is the right. Oh crap. No, it appears I only have the smoked bologna footage. So let me show people. Let me show everybody here what we're looking at here. So this is what is in essence what we'll see here over the pan of the shot. Here's 300 pounds of smoked bologna, and there's barbecue sauce on that. Is that glazed barbecue sauce on the bologna?
Yes.
Wow.
And that's what they cooked for the contest.
Good night.
Now they only used a little over 100 pounds.
Yeah, but that still seems like a lot of bologna.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Wow. All right. So
and guess what they cook it on?
Southern Pride. Fast Eddie.
Fast Eddie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Reference.
Fast Eddie. The guy with the Mac, that kid there, he was impressed. I said, are these FMCs? He goes, yeah. I said, Fast Eddie. He goes, wow, you know Fast Eddie? I said, don't know him, but I know of him.
Yeah.
And so it kind of legitimizes your being there. He knew he wasn't talking to some chump.
Yeah, that's right. So, All right. So how do they? You see, like those look like chubs cut in half, and then they're barbecued. How are they served to the contestants, and then how are the elite eaters eating this?
What they do, they put 4 quarter-pound slices on a plate.
So 1 pound.
So yes. So they count plates. It's kind of like in Nathan's. They put X amount of hot dogs on a plate, and they're counting the plates actually to see how many hot dogs that they ate. The people, helpers behind them, keep shoveling them to the plates, and Joey and everybody at first, they just grab all 4 at the same time, and at the beginning, Joey Chestnut is Joey, Pat, James Webb, Nick. They're amazing. I mean, they are just, it looks like a cartoon. And then eventually, they slow down except Joey Chestnut.
Yeah.
He the crowd's going, Joey. They're going crazy. And he kind of looks at him. He just throwing more and more and more. And last year he ate 15 3/4 pounds, and this year he ate 16.
Holy, 16 pounds of bologna in 8 minutes?
In 8 minutes.
Steve, I'm no mathematician, but get ready for this. Take the 7, carry the 5 times. That is 2 pounds of bologna a minute.
Yeah.
Holy crap-oly.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Well, Joey, he came in first. James Webb ate 12 3/4 pounds.
Was that the nearest?
Nick. So what?
Who was second? Who was closest to Joey?
James Webb at 12 3/4 pounds.
Joey blew away the competition. 4 pounds. He could have stopped at minute 5.
The big race was between 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. Nick had 10 pounds. Pat had 9 pounds, and Cameron Mead, the rookie of the year from 2025, he had 8 pounds.
Wow, Joey Chestnut doubled him up.
This Cameron Mead, he's going to be the guy that could someday be the next Joey Chestnut.
So
he's pretty good.
I think we can agree that is wishful thinking. Joey Chestnut is one of one. The mold is broke. There will be no eater that could possibly even get close to what Joey Chestnut has been able to accomplish, especially over the time frame. I mean, he has been able to stay. He is the LeBron of competitive eating. Once he's done, there will be nobody greater. There will be nobody to have done it longer. At least in our lifetime. I mean, I don't see anybody that's coming up that is even anywhere near to him, which goes to my next question here, Steve. Everybody knows right off the rip they're battling for second place, right?
Right.
Why do they do it? Are they getting paid? Is it vanity?
Joey gets appearance money.
Well, I know why he does it, of course. Yeah, he gets paid to be there, and then he gets to take the winnings if he wins on top of it.
Yeah, he won $5,000. The purse was $10,000.
Yeah,
I thought it was because one guy announced $5,000 purse at the contest, but it was a $10,000 purse. Joey got $5,000. James Webb got $2,750. Nick got $1,300. Pat got $650, and Cameron Mead got $300.
Yeah.
So. But second, third, and fourth guys, they don't get money, appearance money, but they get some perks. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they had their rooms paid for, stuff like that. Little travel money and a nice swag bag, I'm sure. And because you want the top guys there.
I bet Joey Chestnut got a $10,000 appearance fee.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, it would probably be worth it. Probably
maybe
worth
$25,000.
I don't know about that.
I bet he made more in appearance fee than he made in his GC win.
I agree. He's got that. Yeah. He's like Tiger Woods.
Yeah, he makes a lot of money, that guy.
Yeah, Tiger Woods made more money than most people did before he teed off.
Yeah, indeed.
But it was great. But the professionalism that these guys put it on, they were so they wanted it to be top drawer for the fans. And it was nobody. I didn't hear one person complain. Matter of fact, Joey was late getting to the venue. And he comes, I'm down there talking to Nick Weary before the thing, and he comes walking down the sidewalk, and he's going, I couldn't find a place to park. And I said, they didn't bring you? He goes, no. He said he drove to the contest.
He's in a rental car?
I guess.
Oh, my God. How did they pay this guy an appearance fee and they don't limo him around? Like, he's a national treasure.
I thought they'd drop him in with a helicopter.
Right. Of course.
They had a helicopter flying over. I thought he'd come. I really did. I thought he was going to come down a zip line.
Steve, did you see anybody succumb to a reversal of fortune during the eating?
No.
No?
No, there's medical people there just in case.
Anybody do an immediate offload after the time was up?
No, I didn't see it. If they did, they may have run back to the locker room. But I mean, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could eat. I think I could eat 2.5 pounds of bologna in 8 minutes. You think you could? 2.5 pounds?
That's a lot of bologna, but it is barbecued bologna, so it tastes better than just like Oscar Mayer out of the package. 2 pounds in 8 minutes.
8 minutes, yeah.
I think I could do that. I'm going to go out on a limb. Terrible. I think I could do 4 pounds in 8 minutes.
That's almost half a chub.
I might have to look at what kind of mass that actually is. I might be talking out of my ass. I'm going to go to the grocery store and see. Do they sell them? Yeah. Do they sell them by the 1 pound packs like Oscar Mayer? Is that a pound of bologna when you buy it?
Yeah, you can buy a pound of bologna. Sure. But they did a great job.
Yeah.
George, the guy that owns the restaurant, George, he got to go to Nathan's last year, and they gave him a behind the scenes VIP tour.
Yeah.
So he could tell how to do it. And so it looked just exactly like.
Is he going to look to host additional competitive eating events outside of the smoked bologna?
That's a good question. I didn't ask him that. I would not be surprised. This guy is he's a real promoter. He's an architect, and he owns his barbecue restaurant.
Oh,
and he also puts on a cooking school at the University of Tennessee in the summertime, and so he's got a lot going on. And I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe did a spring fall thing. I know there's on the last Saturday, which is the 30th in May. There's a chicken wing eating contest up in Pigeon Forge.
Yeah,
I'm going to try to move our schedules around. I'd like to try to go to that. I know Nick Weir is going to be up there for that one. So those are we just don't get a lot of them that are that close to us. This was only the third year that Dead End Barbecue did this one.
I don't think I've ever seen a major league eating event in Cleveland in my life.
I'm surprised. That's a big town.
Yeah. Real big.
You would think somebody would bring one there.
No.
And maybe they will. I'm sure
what?
It's expensive.
It wasn't a sanctioned major league eating event, but I believe last year or the year before, halftime of a Cavs game, and I think it was last year, now I'm thinking about it, Joey Chestnut was brought in to do a pierogi eating contest. I don't know if you know what a pierogi is, but very big up here, of course, given the ethnic heritage up here. And it was him alone competing against like 4 military people. And then the 4 military people, their combination or their total, they could eat in together, and their total was going to go against whatever Joey Chestnut could put down. And Joey immediately blew them out of the water. It was like, no contest whatsoever. But to see him eat in person, it was insane.
Yeah, Joey did it at a Savannah Banana ball game one time. He ate against 4 guys they pulled out of the stands, and he beat them.
Yeah, it's never going to go well. Like, this guy is a human dynamo, one of one, as I said. So, what's going to be selling out of the store really well for Father's Day, you think?
Right here.
All right.
Got it to show you.
What is it?
That is the chicken poultry rod.
Poultry.
Yes, that right there.
That was a question of that I asked in the embedded correspondence. Have you ever heard of the poultry? And nobody had heard of it before.
Well,
look at that.
They need to.
All right.
They need to.
By the way,
I think I'm going to send you one, Greg.
Show your fist, your left fist there. Look at this guy wearing the Hall of Fame ring. Look at that. You just wear that on the street?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Man, I bet you get stopped everywhere.
You flash that bling when you're trying to sell a grill. Oof. They say, go ahead.
Wow.
They say, where'd you get that ring? I said, I got it from that grill company.
That's right. Look at that. Wow. All right.
Hey, the chicken poultry rod, check it out. Check it out online. Greg, I'm going to send you one.
All right.
And use it. I'm telling you, it's the best chicken you'll ever eat.
All right.
It's easy. If you have a pellet grill, it works great.
I'm going to check it out. Steve, always appreciate the time. Thanks for the recap on the barbecue bologna, and we will see you next time.
You bet. See you, Greg.
Steve Ray, right there. Doing it only like Steve Ray can, which is the best. I got a hot take coming up. You want to stay tuned for that as we get ready to close the show. But before we do that, I'll talk to you about McAuliffe Cigars. McAuliffe's getting a lot of run here this evening. Are you ready for a cigar experience built on history and passion? Let me tell you about McAuliffe Cigars. A partnership forged between Texas passion and a Cuban cigar-making dynasty whose heritage spans back to the 1930s. Whether you seek the nuanced elegance of the Magdalia or the complex power of the Leyenda, McAuliffe offers a symphony of flavor for every palate. And don't forget about the ever-expanding color series and unmatched smoking experience coupled with an unmatched value. Yes! White is newest, and evidently orange is next. According to Mr. J, that will have a Connecticut wrapper as well, but maybe we'll work out another engagement with Amanda McAuliffe to talk about it when it's ready for launch. Each cigar handcrafted in Esteli, Nicaragua by the legendary Gomez Sanchez family. McAuliffe delivers tradition and quality in every draw. Taste the tradition. Visit McAuliffeCigars.com to find a retailer nearest you. That's McAuliffeCigars.com. McAuliffe spelled MICALLEF, McAuliffeCigars.com. We're back right after this.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Whole packers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Greg Rempe.
And we welcome you back. We thank our pal Steve Ray. OwlsNest.bbq.com is his website if you want to check out the barbecue supply store. He's a retailer of that poultry that he was just saying was going to be selling like hotcakes during Father's Day season, which we are currently in now. It was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers this past Sunday. Had a very large surprise breakfast for Mother's Day for my mother-in-law. cooking for everybody. Loaded up the Weber Slate on the back of the brother-in-law's pickup truck and hiked it over to the eastern part of Willoughby and set it all up in secret. Started cooking a bunch of pounds and pounds of bacon, and then dozens and dozens of scrambled eggs and the McDonald's type hash browns that are kind of already cooked. Nothing better than laying about 15 to 25 of those down in bacon grease. Yes, and doing like a shallow fry and then moving them off to the side. Do a little dry up on the high heat. Make sure the outsides are extra nice and crispy and then loading them on. I mean, the compliments raining down from the masses about how good the hash browns were. But everything's great off the flat top, of course, so no surprise there. Gang, I gotta ask you this. Where did it all go wrong for the show? What happened? Here we were, a beacon of light, a show that people respected, that wanted to be listened to, that was pushing the boundaries, was demanding and earning respect, bringing you stories that nobody was willing to bring you or nobody would want to talk about in the right ways, giving you interviews with top names in the industry and not sucking their assholes, but asking tough, hard-hitting questions, gaining insight, trying to see what the next play is. Earning the respect and dedication of a fan base and attracting sponsors, people wanting to be part of the show, and all of this, all for me to say, where has it all gone wrong?
Get that freak stuff out of here.
My ego and keen business sense will tell you that the sponsorship side of things, as confirmed by all embedded correspondents, is a casualty of where the business is currently. And if you don't have extra money to market, which is foolish, fire somebody in your company, but advertise on this show. Don't not market. Fire somebody that's redundant and send your money over here to this show. Different discussion for a different day. This is leading, all of this is leading to this statement here going, I don't know where the Barbecue Central show and the Barbecue Hall of Fame missed each other, where it all went wrong, where I offended somebody. I don't know. But I do know in successive years, I have not even gotten the list of the 10 finalists. I didn't even know it was released. But it has been. And no, this isn't, I'm not on the list. What happened? Who cares? I care that for 7 years, we had a really unique, exclusive thing going with each other. This time, right about this time every year for any number of years, the American Royal person would get in contact with me. We're getting ready to finalize our list of 10 finalists that could see their way into the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Let's schedule the live show for a Wednesday around 1 p.m. Eastern, which we did. 2 weeks after that, we would reconvene on a Wednesday and tell you exactly who was making up whatever year we were in class of the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Did it for years, and it was fun and exciting. And then last year, didn't happen.
Get that freak stuff out of here.
And by all accounts, this year, not going to happen again.
Get that freak stuff out of here.
I just want to know where it went wrong. Did I offend, as I do to everybody that I have a relationship with at some point? I am going to offend you. I've said it before. People come in to the life People stroll out of the life, and the common denominator is I have probably said something too honest or too sarcastic or both at the same time, which you really liked up until a certain point, and then you didn't like it, and then you leave. I get it. But I thought we were doing really well, Barbecue Hall of Fame. Lest I remind you, and go back and prove me wrong otherwise, I am the sole reason. Nobody else in the history of barbecue, I am the sole reason that the Barbecue Hall of Fame even exists the way it does. Look it up. Before this show, there was the online version of the Barbecue Hall of Fame, which was either dying slowly on the vine and or dead, then purchased away from Mike at Hog Eyes and Ray Basso at the time, the two guys that originally put it together, and then now under the American Royal ownership. And for years, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever it was, there was a announcement of a new Barbecue Hall of Fame class. And I said, for years, how is this even happening? What's the nomination process? What things are even being considered to allow people in? Who is making these decisions? All of a sudden, we are just told, here's who's in this year. There were categories for a number of years. Categories eventually dropped. But every year that it came around, I was here saying, how can we know how anything is, and all of the other halls of fame that there are criteria that needs to be met. There are experts that are voting. There are conversations being had. And while you might not agree with these sets of baseball players going in this year or these sets of football players, you understand what I'm getting at. That's a fun conversation, argument, debate to have. But for those nominated by the experts, like, they know if they should be whatever Hall of Fame they should be in, and if they get in this year, not but maybe the following year. But if they got in, all deserved. And maybe you like this guy that got left off a little better, or this gal. That wasn't happening in the Barbecue Hall of Fame. You were just given a list. Here's who made it. I held the Barbecue Hall of Fame accountable. And then one day, like a shining beacon of light, Emily Park showed up from the Barbecue Hall of Fame and the American Royal and said, hey, we hear you. We want to collaborate. We want to bring you in as part of the team. We want to tell you that what you've been railing on us for year after year after year resonated. We want to pull back the curtain. We want to tell you everything. Not only that, we want to give you access and exclusivity on announcements. And is that something that you're interested in? And we did it for years, and it was great. And then eventually, Emily Park left, and then I'm going to forget her name. I think it was Lauren Gunter. Took over for Emily. I don't know what happened to her. But all of a sudden, and this year even more special to have had, because the American Royal is, again, changing venue. Third different location, fourth different location for this event. Maybe third. But this is a American Royal owned property. This was a big deal. They're going to have all the events on a American Royal owned property. This is something we could have talked about and promoted and did interviews on and all this fun stuff. But never forget, ever in your life, you wouldn't know about the Barbecue Hall of Fame, and you probably wouldn't care about the Barbecue Hall of Fame if I didn't demand me. And again, I'm not look at me guy, but look at me for this because I did it. Whatever the Barbecue Hall of Fame is now is because of this show, is because I would not relent. And somewhere it fell off. And all I want to know is, where did we fall off? Did somebody leave? Did somebody not know we did this? Was this being held in secret? My feelings aren't hurt. I just want to know how we did it for so many years in a row. Was it because I nicknamed Famous Dave Semi-Famous Dave because he ran his big, fat yapper 15 minutes before we did the exclusive reveal on the show? And I got over that pretty quickly. I'm not holding the Semi-Famous Dave grudge any longer. Mistakes happen. Is that what it was? Like, you couldn't get over that? That I nicknamed Famous Dave Semi-Famous Dave for ruining the announcement for everybody that cared? I demand to know. I would love to know what happened. And if it's because you think I'm a dick, or you don't like the way that I run the show, or it was good then, it's not good for us now, big boy, I get told no every day of the week and the day job. It's fine. Real thick skin, no problem. I'm a little disappointed in a partnership that I thought had really materialized into something that had real fortitude and real fibers in it to be discarded that quickly. Come on. But don't let anybody tell you that the Barbecue Hall of Fame is where it is, not because of me. They're lying. They don't know the history. They don't know the years that I demanded transparency, and we got it. But something happened. By the way, we congratulate Malcolm Reed for being nominated again to the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Doesn't mean he's going to get in, but I think this is like his third or fourth time now. So I feel really good that this is the year that Malcolm Reed gets into the Barbecue Hall of Fame. There were some other multi-year nominees there for finalists. I don't remember them right off the top of my head, and I'm not going to look at it, but Malcolm mentioned it on his podcast. I listen to his podcast every week. So we say congratulations to Malcolm Reed for making the final cut once again. That's all for me tonight, folks. Had to get it off my chest. If you have insider's information, please let me know. Would love to know what happened there. We will end the poll tonight as well. 64% of you say thin pizza is the way to go. We'll recapture, or we will re-go over that tomorrow or next week during the open of the show. Texas Fearos is saying, I can't imagine that the organization is so big that it got lost in bureaucracy. This was on purpose. Oh no! All the way back in the first hour, who did we talk to? I know who we talked to. We talked to Mr. J from the Cigar Authority. The number 2, guyscigars.com, if you're looking to buy a cigar. Or if your local brick and mortar isn't carrying what you would like to have carried, good chance 2 Guys has it. Big fan and big customer when I'm buying cigars. And then after Mr. J, we had the Ham Talk with Robert Moss. And in the second hour, it was Steve Ray recounting barbecued bologna. Joey Jaws Chestnut doubling up the second-ranked competitive eater in the world and eating 4 more pounds than his nearest second-place competitor. Wow, Joe, you are great. If you can believe it, we're already going to be in the third week of May next Tuesday. Wes Wright will be around. The show is pretty much filled out. I believe we will have a Hey Grill Hey sighting as well, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, man, it's going to be great. So, how do I always leave you? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. And until next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, this is your program host and proud U.S. American Greg Rempe saying, Shabbat! Shabbat!
Hi, this is Austin Parsons, Pitmaster with Smoky Mountain Q in Nashville, Tennessee, and you are listening to the Barbecue Central Show.